Welcome back, and today what we're doing is we are talking about the new Erlang Shen, and whether or not you should summon on this banner or not. Now, there are multiple things to go over with this banner. One, he is a new unit, he is an ancient exclusive, he is very good at what he does, and he's accompanied by a really good lord. Ancient exclusive lord at that. So really the only reason you shouldn't pull for this banner right now that I can think of is one, if you need Praetus or Ingrid, or two, if you already have Nastya A5 already. Those are the only arguments I could see for not pulling on this banner. Even if you don't necessarily need this guy, Nastya is just really good at single target damage. She is absurdly powerful. Erlang Shen, he does AoE damage from, AoE physical damage. His tags are AoE physical damage, ally buff, and durability. So we'll go over his kit real quick here. First of all, we'll go over him here. He looks very majestic, and he does have a video. So let's go ahead and check out that video. Around the same lines of Neza, and very Samurai Jack-esque. I do enjoy that. Let's see if this one's more. Okay, so this one's definitely more mythology based. Third eye opens, okay, and he wipes everything away, and then more come to be. I don't know. So yeah, definitely an interesting cinematic there. There's his celestial dog there. I don't know any of the mythology behind these two units. I do know that he looks very I guess majestic would be the word. He does have a skin which makes him look a little bit more spiritual, I guess, and his dog more celestial. So let's go over his skills real quick. We'll start with his talent. First of all, increases damage reduction by 15% every 4 basic attacks if there are at least 2 enemies. Okay, well, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. I'm not sure how to say your name. You are gonna be in this video, I suppose. If you watch, hi, thanks for following. So yeah, you increase damage reduction by 15% every 4 basic attacks if there are at least 2 enemies within the ultimate range. Summons Howling Celestial Dog to attack 1 enemy within the ultimate range, dealing 90% damage and continuing to attack other enemies nearby, hitting up to 3 targets consecutively. The Howling Celestial Dog inflicts defense reduction when attacking, and this is a 30% defense reduction. All right, cool. He does have a block of 3. He is a piercer, arbiter piercer, and he is a defender, and he does piercing damage. He has a block of 3, cost of 19, and redeployment time of 60 seconds. Let's look at his stats. 22k attack, 4800 attack, 2200 HP, 22,000 HP, sorry. 3k defense, 900 magic resistance. Let's see, attack interval 2.6. The rest is fairly average stuff. All right, let's look at his skills now. So his basic deals 100% AoE damage up to 5 enemies targets at one time and can attack airborne units. Awesome. I do not see anywhere where it says that his damage is based off of defense, which is a little disappointing. We'll see about his passives, so we'll come back to his ult at the end. So let's see. His passive number 1, Hound Assault. Each time the Howling Celestial Dog attacks, increases owner's damage by 4% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. During Third Eye state, I'm guessing that's the ultimate, talent attacks are triggered, summoning enhanced howling celestial dog to attack one enemy within ultimate range, dealing 120% damage, continuing to attack other targets, attacks up to 6 targets consecutively, prioritizing targets inflicted with Heaven's Gaze. Heaven's Gaze is the bearer let me try that again. The bearer is continuously inflicted with 10% vulnerability for physical and magic damage. Invisibility is nullified during this effect and cannot be dispelled. Okay, so that is handy. Another way to dispel invisibility that is not useful in any of the trials that he is a part of. That if there's a Watcher trial, he would be very useful there, but he is not a Watcher, so can't help there. So passive number 2 increases damage dealt to airborne targets by 25% when the talent's attacks are triggered. Additionally restores 9% of the hero's HP. Okay, so he could be good in Gear Raid 3 potentially. Let's see his bond skill. His bond skill is obtain Niza, the Crimson Lotus, to unlock the following bonus. Increases the maximum number of targets that can be inflicted by Heaven's Gaze from third eye by 2, and enemies inflicted with the Heaven's Gaze deal 20% less damage to this hero. Okay, that's handy. And then we do have an Arena Mastery, which reduces his cost by 5 in Arena, putting him down to a 14 cost. So that's pretty solid. Now let's look at his ultimate. His ultimate, Third Eye. Yep, makes sense. Inflicts Heaven's Gaze on 3 enemy targets within range. During this effect, increases max HP and attack by 15%. Each basic attack alternatively deals 20% extra damage or inflicts 1 stack of radiant erosion. Increase basic attack range. Sorry, sneezed there. This is a huge basic attack range. This is insane. I think this is probably the biggest attack range we've seen apart from Ingrid with her beam, and this even encompasses more width than that. Not more length, but more width. That is huge. Okay. The vulnerability does go up to 20% with Heaven's Gaze, so that's good. Let's have a quick look at his awakenings. A1, which his awakenings will be very rare to get, but if you do get them, I'm sure they won't be bad. So let's see. During Third Eye, when an enemy is eliminated within the ultimate range, it does not have to be him from what this says. Restores 20 rage, can restore up to 300 rage per Third Eye activation. So one thing, let's double check. This costs 600, goes down to 500. That is a pretty cheap cost, and it lasts 20 seconds. That is solid. Okay, so attack plus 300 is A2. A3 is hero deals an extra 25% damage to targets inflicted with radiant erosion when the Howling Celestial Dog attacks. Additionally, inflicts slow, which is a 50% slow. Awesome. And it lasts for 5 seconds. A4 is HP plus 1200. Okay, good for a tank. And A5 is an unyielding. They've made these A5s very predictable. When taking fatal damage for the first time, gains unyielding for 8 seconds and inflicts received healing by 50% during this effect. Can only be triggered up to 1 time per deployment. So you can pick him back up and put him back down to be able to trigger this again. So that is Erlang Shen. Nastya, I will do a quick overview on her. She is an Esoterrorist Lord, Ancient exclusive. She is the biggest boost in the Poisoner comp. If I had Vorn, it would be even better for me. I do have her. She has acute poisoning, which increases poison and toxic surge damage, and that is, or her talent allows her to inflict that. That is what makes her a big boost to the Poisoner squad. She is a mage, and her ultimate will do 30% magic reduction when she inflicts poisons during it. And for each 1 stack of poison on the target, increases the ultimate damage by 1% up to 30%. This does a ton of damage. Then we're looking at each time poison is successfully inflicted, deals true damage equal to 10% of the attack, or of attack. This she is just absurdly powerful. Where she really becomes good is in full-on poison squads, because of her Lord skill. Increases faction members' damage against targets inflicted with by debuffs by 5% per debuff, up to 40%. So if you have 8 debuffs on a target, which poisons, they should each individually stack. So 8 poisons, that should increase her damage and all faction team members' damage by 40%. Her Awakening 1 allows her to excel in Semra with having stuns, because that gives her 6 stuns per ultimate, and she ults really quick. It's an auto ult. And she also applies poison immunity to allies within 2 tiles of her. So that helps with phase 1 and phase 3 of Semra. And then A3, if only 1 target in range exists, acute poisoning goes up to 70% instead of 40%. So that's huge. And then A5 deals 25% increased damage to targets inflicted with poison. She is absurdly powerful. So honestly, there is almost no reason not to summon on this banner. I will be summoning on her. I don't know where I'm at in pity, so I will calculate that. Let's see real quick. I did a few single summons, a good number of single summons. Okay, so let's see. I'll do this off camera. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, if you do summon for her, or for these two, definitely let me know. This is also a really, really cool background. But yeah, if you do summon for them, let me know. Let me know if you got them. And I will be summoning for Erlang Shen. And if I accidentally hit a Nastya, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, let me know what you think of this banner. Let me know if you're going to pull for them, and if you did pull for them, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.